Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grace and peace, beloved. We greet you this morning on this 7th day of July. We are ecstatic about the opportunity that's going to be in front of us. We are ready to embrace, ready to tackle what's coming, and grateful for the opportunity to actually be able to accomplish what's set out for us. It's Monday. We usually use Monday as a general conversation time where we talk, we listen, we hear, and we find the direction that the power of the Holy Spirit wants to guide us and take us. And for whatever reason, we are willing to submit to that. And so today I want to talk to you about, well, I guess it's something more personal this morning. So often we talk, and when we're talking in the general sense, and not always something that is affecting me, but usually it's affecting the masses, and we try to find a way to insert that into our conversation. Of course, the old saints of God, they always say, wonder who's bothering our pastor, our prophet, our priest, our apostle, our man of God. But that's just the nature that they grew up under. And if something is raised up, they automatically think that it has something to do with the presenter personally. Well, again, that's not always the case. But today, that is exactly the case. And so let's listen to what the Word has to say. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse number 1, NIV translation reads like this: For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. And this morning I want to tag this: ready to embrace change. Ready to embrace change. I can already see some of you, your minds are working, your thoughts are deep into maybe your own personal moment where you're thinking about some change that you must encounter. Well, as I stated to you, this morning is rather personal, so let me just introduce this to you. Seeing a new PCP, that's a personal care physician. For over 20 plus years, we've had the same doctor that we have seen, who have serviced us, who we've interacted with, who we created a relationship on a professional as well as a personal level. And now it's time for a change. You would think, what's the big deal? One physician has gone through study, gone through training, etc., etc. And if there's a new one, I'm sure they have the same credentials. And so therefore, you shouldn't have any issues with them. But you see, we grow accustomed to certain things. The one thing that we always enjoyed about this particular physician is that if we call for an appointment and we get the appointment, when we get to the office, our appointment is always on time. I hear horror stories with others where several people may have the same appointment time. So they all arrive at the same time. And somehow or another, you have to wait now because someone else has the same appointment that you have. Well, in our previous PCP, that never happened. We would never, ever be in the waiting room more than 10 minutes after our appointed time. I could call. I could hit him up on the cell phone. I could, this newest thing, they call it my chart. Some of you may be familiar with that term. But anyhow, I could hit him, text him on my chart, and within a reasonable point of time, he would always get back to me. And if he didn't get back to me, he'd call me on my cell phone. So there's a lot now that is facing us that is totally different, and I know that. When we got notice that that our physician was relocating, and so his office would now be some 20, 30 minutes away from our home. And I thought about, let's just keep it and keep moving. And then I thought about it, 10, 20, 30 minutes drive is an awful lot to be asked for. So I took the recommendations. He gave me 4. And can you believe this? All 4 of them had a waiting time for us to be able to go see them. The one that we selected initially, it was 1 year before we could see that person. So we ultimately had to take a lesser choice. But even that took 6 months to see. So here we are at the 6-month period. And we're going to see this new physician today. It's not a male, it's a female. So those dynamics are immediately different. So here we are. I thought I'd raise this up because actually this is the same conflict, if you will, that people go with and deal with every day in their Christian life. We want change. We request change. We talk about change. And then when change comes, we don't have the ability to embrace change for what change is bringing. Could this be some of your concerns? I remember when the church did this, did that. I remember this, I remember that. And I realized that most times membership is grieving over the loss of what they were familiar with in terms of what church used to look like to them. And now it appears to be different. And so even though they may stay in that place, they still reminisce about how it was. So I want to just lay at your feet today. Are you ready to embrace change that's coming your way. Again, Ecclesiastes 3:1 says it like this: for everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. Have a great day today, and we look forward to seeing you on tomorrow. Pray ye one for another, because the power of prayer is still more effective than your personal touch. We'll see you.